Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm the president of moneyforyourbiznaw.com. I had a terrible experience with Craigslist, which is the reason why I'm doing this interview right now. Just want to let anyone and everyone know that Craigslist years ago may have been one of the best marketing arenas for marketers and business owners that are trying to get advertising out. But now, algorithms or whatever situation may be, the structure now they take your money. You're not able to speak to anybody, and then it's like it goes into the black hole. So the simple situation is that if you can find any other medium, social media or anything else, any kind of classified advertising that go outside of Craigslist, I would advise anyone to stay clear of Craigslist. Well, simply, I do advertising for my business, of which I do commercial loans. We do project financing. We do small business commercial financing, equipment leasing, things of that nature. And the long story short is I was trying to do a test ad where, I just wanted to see, because I had used Craigslist in the past, had a lot of great success, but for some reason or another, Craigslist just changed their whole structure. Put out an ad on Craigslist, normal ad. Immediately, I got flagged, and then what I did, I said, well, they have on there. It said contact customer service. I sent a letter to support by email, and instead of telling me what the violation was or what was the incident that they flagged my account for, they just sent me something which is the TOS, the terms of service. And in the terms of service, they never detailed anything that showed why my account was, and they said it was being held. So I'm like, not only did you flag, but you held it. So I'm like, what is the problem? Because if it's something that I could correct, that's like a matter of, let me find out what the details and go back in and recorrect, but they just flagged it. They put it on hold. So I said, okay, well, I mean, but you took the $5. Now the $5 was not an issue because it was a test, $5 to see in a particular area and particular demographics, like to test the water to see how well that particular ad was going to do in that particular area. So it wasn't a matter of the $5; it's the matter of the fact that you took the money, but you didn't even give me any understanding as to why you flagged my account. And then when I'm asking you what is the reason why, they sent me the terms of service with no detail as to what was the flag or what was the hold. And from that point on, I was pissed off. And I went back and sent another email to support to say, like, hey, listen, no one is. They had a number that said contact support, but when you contact, they say refer back to the email. So it's like it was a game. I said, you guys are playing games, but in the same respect, a lot of marketers, with the new structure they have with Craigslist, I said to myself, I said, I'm not the only one experiencing. So the first thing I did is I went online and I looked at the other reviews that people were having with Craigslist, and I found out like one out of like several thousands of people that had the same experience where they were just flagged, and then there was no refund or anything. Well, the one thing I can say in Craigslist defense is that after getting pissed off customer review, they did contact me. They sent me a letter from support, which I was quite surprised because there is no people that you can speak to at Craigslist at all, which is terrible. Because I'm saying at the point that you take someone's money, you should have someone that at least if there's an issue that I can speak to, instead of just sending me a bot or terms of service, which makes no sense because at the point, I still have no idea. I have nothing telling me exactly what the violation is, you know. So again, being a pissed off customer, I contacted your company through email, and you responded. I put the information in, and consequently, Craigslist again. So they called me through email. Actually, they emailed me saying like, what was the problem? So I sent them all the details, which was the payment, the time that it was paid, showed them the copy of the ad, and like what was the problem? Basically, they said, well, send me more detail. What is the name of your company, and what is the telephone number that I use? Which I sent all that information to them. Uh, After I sent that to them, they said, "Oh, okay," because they had received, I guess, your review that I had put something online that I was pissed off. Then they sent something to me saying that we'll refund you within 10 days. But prior to that, I would have never had no one contact me, no physical person, anything like that. And it's criminal. I think it's personally, I think it's terrible because as a marketer, like we depend on advertising to actually, pay bills and, continue with the structure of our lives. And Craigslist, because it has such a large volume of people that you can reach throughout any demographics is such a great tool to use. And I've used it in the past. I was very upset because I'm saying, like, with this new structure that they're using right now, it's like anyone can just flag you. Your competitor can just go on and not like your ad because you happen to go in that particular area that this person been marketing for a long period of time. And in that instance, you get flagged. But Craigslist, instead of saying as a fail safe, well, let you know what is the reason why you're being flagged. And from there, let's see if we can rectify it. They have their justification is like, oh, we're taking money, whether it's $5 or $5,000, it doesn't matter. We're just going to take your money and then, good luck, God bless, and try to contact somebody. You're not going to reach nobody. There's no physical person you're going to reach. And that's, I mean, that's not customer service, in my opinion, in terms of, like, what we do in terms of advertising. Because if someone has a complaint at any point, they should be able to reach someone outside of a bot, or just, someone that they can actually uh, find out what is the true details of the matter. Because it was a simple thing, let me know what is the problem. And from there, I can say, oh, I may have put this into the ad because at one point, what it was is that you couldn't put links into a Craigslist ad whatsoever because you would automatically get flagged. So, common sense would say, there's no way I'm going to put a link into the ad. And then at some point, they said that you can't put links within the frame of the ad or the image of the ad and things like that. But then I'm seeing, like, tons and tons of marketers because, part of what I do is to go and see what other marketers are doing and to go and try to scale and say, okay, well, this works for them. And they have been on Craigslist for several months or years. And I'm seeing the same ads constantly running. And I'm seeing links and images in the ad. But being that it looks like they may have a lot of volume because I'm seeing some of the ads that are in certain different areas. So it's not like they're just capturing the certain locality because Craigslist wants you to stay in a certain region. They say, oh, no, if you're in the Eastern, you have to stay Eastern. You can't go West or whatever. And they'll flag you immediately. Say, if I'm in New York and I post in Florida, I'm automatically going to get flagged because I can only stay within the tri-state area. But I see marketers that are like, I'm going into like California and Chicago, and I'm seeing the same marketers that are in New York that are out there. I'm saying, how's that possible? And then I'm seeing like the big ads with the links, and you can go in for yourself and you can see, and you can say, well, how is these? So I think that what it is that people come in and they're spending like a lot of money, and they are maybe coming in on a book or they're coming in like agency, and they're putting out like tons of ads. Maybe they have a different preference for those type of individuals versus the small marketer that says, I'm going to do a couple test ads and test the water. So, and then, like I said, a competitor can immediately flag your ad. So it's like, unless you are part of the group, you just automatically you're wasting your time on Craigslist. So if that be the case, please let people know if you're going to put the terms of service out, put the terms of service out that, okay, you spend your money. There's a good possibility that your ad may never ever see anyone else because someone that may be in my same group decides that they don't like the ad or they don't like the competition, and you will automatically get flagged. And I think that's criminal. The point of going public is that I felt that a lot of marketers like myself would have no voice because what Craigslist does, they take your money and they put the bot up, the terms of services. So and then most people, would just go away and say, oh, that's Craigslist. But no, that's not acceptable. So the thing is, to me, it's like, if you're going to take anyone's money for any reason, you need to give them some adequate amount of service. So even for myself, as well as anyone else, if I'm not talking for myself, hopefully I'm talking for many other marketers that are experiencing this, because I see, like, you go online and you look at Craigslist reviews, you see thousands and thousands of people that are pissed off, but you don't see any, restitution or anything like that. You don't see anything where someone says, "Oh, your Craigslist came back, they refunded my $400," or anything like that. Or you just see these pissed off reviews. But the thing I have a problem with is that these companies get away with it because no one says anything, and that's not me. So the simple situation is that, by individuals not addressing, when they have problems, allows these companies to get away with these incidents. So the simple thing is, like with me, let it be out there, let it go public, and then it could go on deaf ears. That's how I felt about it. But the same respect, at least I'm doing my part to let people know I'm pissed off.